this happened a while ago in a small town in the middle of nowhere. It's a community-built network of mountain bike trails that the community helps maintain and build more trails to ride on for our enjoyment. These trails started in my cousin's backyard, and before he was the only one involved, so the trails were very small, but soon he got many of his neighbors involved to help maintain and build more trails. It became a decent-sized network of trails. Since it is his private property, he requests that people ask before they go on his trails, and he lets most people in. One day we are doing things like jumps, logs to hop over, homemade skinny bridges out of wood planks, drops, and much more. This particular day there was a sign planted in the ground on the entrance of the trail saying, "Reserved for Karen and her family." At first we thought it was very entitled and rude, just barging into his property and blocking it off from the owners. But we saw them with shovels and wheelbarrows and realized that they were helping us maintain the trail. Fair enough. It could use some maintenance, so it was kind of them to be helping out without being asked. Little did we know that this was the complete opposite. Let's introduce the cast. EM, entitled Mom, EK, entitled Kid, C, Cousin, and OP, me. So we spent the next few hours riding the other trails and finally decided that we should give them some beers for helping us out. So we returned to my cousin's house, grabbed some from the fridge, and head back up and go past her sign. We start to go down, but she runs up to us and starts yelling, "Hey, why are you going past that sign? It's clear reserved for me and my little angel." My cousin says, "Oh, we just wanted to give you some beers for helping us maintain the trail." EM says, but it is reserved for me. Get out." Cousin says, I own this. You are on my private property. EM says, "No, this is public, and my angel's friends come here every day." Now, this could be true. My cousin has allowed many school children to ride on his trails after school, but this is my private property, Cousin says. I do let people ride my trails as long as they help out sometimes, and I certainly do not remember inviting you. Please leave. "Well, I did not help you with your trails. Look, I did help you with your trails. I child-proofed them." She points to the trails, and we realize what she has done. She's flattened out jumps, removed logs, removed the skinny bridge along with everything else that makes a mountain bike trail fun. Just a slight downhill path, not to mention how she cut down several trees, making it impossible to get hurt. EK was also there, riding down a lame hill on a regular Walmart bike and going back up it, with stairs they made by breaking the skinny bridge. An entire summer's worth of work turned into an idiot-friendly bike hill with nothing special. "Excuse me, what the hell have you done?" "Don't be yelling at me. You are the one who built a hazardous merry-go-round." I have no idea what she was saying. Cousin says, "Yeah, that's the whole point of mountain biking. It's a fun thing to do like this, but you, without permission, went on my property, broke things. What is wrong with you?" The entitled mother says, "I'm making it safe for you." "Okay, well, I'm going to call the cops," says my cousin. At this point, she realized how dumb she was and decided to back off, never to be seen again. Part of me wanted to escalate for a better story, but we ended up calling the cops. It ended up taking several days to get back to its original-ish form, but it will never be as fun. Hi everyone, this story is by Big Boss G13. It was posted very recently. The title is EM and Girl Scouts, the good leaders, the bad EM, and the cookies. Hey everyone, it's me again, and I was really hoping to not have to write about EM again, but here it goes. I'm on mobile, so feel free to troll me for my grammar and spelling errors. Cast: EM, entitled Mother, MM, my mom, MD, my dad, me, GSL, Girl Scout leader. Backstory: due to COVID-19, handing out cookies was delayed in our council because we're usually one of the last ones to hand out cookies, and the cookies hadn't come in yet when quarantine started. My three Girl Scout leaders rotate years to hand out and manage our cookies, and unfortunately for me, it was EM's year to be our cookie manager. Story: so, my dad and I get an email that the cookies came in. Great, we can finally start handing them out to our customers. We drive to EM's house to pick up the cookies, and I load the boxes into the car for my dad. Entitled Mom was hoping some of the larger boxes was hoping EM had opened some of the larger boxes of cookies to put in the exact amount of cookies, and I had grabbed all of the boxes she handed me. She marks down all of the boxes I was supposed to have, and we leave. The next day, when I sorted out the cookies, I noticed that we're missing a lot of Thin Mints and Tagalongs, which we're supposed to have. I panic and search the entire car. I tell my mom and my dad about it, and we can't find the missing boxes. We look on the receipt at how many boxes we got. We were supposed to have 10 boxes. We only had 6. My dad tells My dad tells me to ask Entitled Mother about it in the Zoom meeting for Girl Scouts, and so I did. Hey, Entitled Mother, we're missing some of the boxes of Thin Mint and Tagalongs. Entitled Mother interrupts me. You didn't put them on the order form. It's your fault. I happen to think it's odd that I wouldn't have written it on the cookie totals and tell my mother. So we spend about a week trying to get a hold of Entitled Mother at post meeting, and she never answers. My dad finally decides to email Girl Scout leader, and she says she'll talk to Entitled Mother. Girl Scout leader talks to Entitled Mother, and then my dad calls Entitled Mother. Hi, Entitled Mother. Can we get arrange a date to get a few missing cookies and extras? Entitled Mother. Yeah. We have things for OP that was going to need to. We have things OP was going to need for meeting anyway. How does Sunday work for you? My dad. Works great. So, we got our cookies and hopefully EM has learned her lesson. Well, probably not. Apologize for being this short, but EM always has something entitled coming. So, we just looked at cookies again and we're missing a box. Again. Here we go again. Okay, so, I feel like the EM was entitled at the start, not applying to the fact that she was missing cookies, but I feel like, it could have been that the Girl Scout leader said something to her which made her kind of agreed to give them the cookies, but she seemed to not be very entitled at that last part. There's actually another story about this EM. This one's short, so I'll add this one in too. I'm a long-time lurker, first-time poster. I'm also on mobile, so sorry for formatting. Cast: me, Magical Elephant, EM, entitled Girl Scout Leader, and Mom. CK1 is Cool Kid, CK2 is Cool Kid 2, and GCL is Cool Girl Scout Cookie Leader. I was in Iceland with my Girl Scout troop, and we went to an ice cream shop in Reykjavik, sorry for the mispronunciation, guys, where I nearly fell asleep due to a migraine. Cool Girl Scout leader woke me up. I was able to stay awake the rest of the time. But when I walk into the hostel, Entitlement starts screeching at me. What do you mean you nearly fell asleep at the ice cream store, you ungrateful child? We spent money on an ice cream for you, and you fall asleep at the store? You're going to bed right now. I sighed and looked at the clock. When I mentally cursed, it was 6 frickin' o'clock. She dragged me to the door, made me grab my pajamas and toiletries and get ready for bed. But then she made me go to bed, and I cried. My parents were so much more understanding when I had a migraine. But Ian was so rough with me. Cool Kid 1 and Cool Kid 2 noticed. Cool Kid 1 comforts me, while Cool Kid 2 goes to get Cool Girl Scout leader. Cool Girl Scout leader reverses EM's decision and yelled at EM that night, apparently. I'm very grateful for Cool Kid 1 and Cool Kid 2 because they taught me I couldn't let EM walk all over me anymore like a doormat. I'm still in contact with EM due to various reasons, so I'm alright. Anyways, guys, with that last story, the entitled mother definitely seems a lot more entitled. Anyways, I thank you guys for watching, and goodbye.